What if I told you that as you are watching this video, your brain is being rewired by invisible forces designed by teams of neuroscientists and behavioral psychologists? Every swipe, every like, every notification is part of carefully engineered system that's literally changing how your mind works. And if you are under 25, you are the primary target. If you are a teen, Gen Z, or someone who cares about them, this video could literally rewire how you think about social media, and I'm about to share you groundbreaking research that reveals exactly what's happening in your brain when you scroll, more importantly, how to take back control. Stick around because in the next 5 minutes, you'll discover the hidden psychological mechanisms that tech companies use to keep you hooked, and I'll give you a science-backed action plan to protect your mental health while still enjoying the benefits of social connection. Here's something that might shock you. When you get a like, comment, or notification, your brain releases dopamine. Everybody knows the dopamine, the same neurotransmitter involved in gambling and drug addiction. Dr. Lembke from Stanford Medical School calls this digital dopamine. And her research shows that constant exposure creates tolerance, meaning you need more and more stimulation to feel the same satisfaction. A 2023 study published in Journal of Behavioral Addictions found that teens who spend more than 3 hours daily on social media show brain activity patterns similar to those with substance use disorders. The constant comparison and the validation seeking literally rewires neural pathways. But here's where it gets really concerning. Dr. Twenge's landmark research from San Diego State University revealed that since 2012, right when smartphones become ubiquitous, rates of depression and anxiety among teens have increased by 60%. This isn't correlation. Multiple studies now show causation. The psychological mechanism is called social comparison theory. First identified by psychologist Leon Festinger, our brains are evolutionarily wired to compare ourselves for survival, but social media amplifies this into overdrive. You are not just comparing yourself to your classmates anymore. You are comparing yourself to highlight reels of millions of people worldwide. Tech companies employ teams of neuroscientists and behavioral economists to design what researchers called persuasive technology. They use something called variable ratio reinforcement, the same principle that makes gambling addictive. Think about it, you never know when you will get that perfect post, funny meme, or validation from others. This unpredictability triggers massive dopamine release. A 2022 study from the University of Pennsylvania found that this intermittent reinforcement makes social media up to 12 times more addictive than consistent rewards. Then there's FOMO, the fear of missing out. I've already uploaded a video on this. Dr. Dan Herman, who coined the term, explains that social media feeds a primitive fear of social exclusion. When you see friends hanging out without you, your brain interprets this as a threat to survival, triggering stress hormone like cortisol. Research from the University of Surrey found that teens experience FOMO-related anxiety spikes up to 40 times per day when checking social media. Your nervous system is essentially in chronic fight-or-flight mode. And here's the kicker. What you are comparing yourself to isn't even real. A 2023 study from the Pew Research Center found that 73% of teens admit to posting only their best moments, creating an illusion that everyone else's life is perfect while yours is ordinary. Dr. Larry Rosen, professor of emeritus at California State University, has developed what he calls tech-life balance strategies based on cognitive behavioral therapy principles. Strategy number 1 is the dopamine detox method. Research from the University of California, Irvine, shows that it takes 23 minutes to regain focus after a digital interruption. So you can try this. Turn off all non-essential notifications and check social media only at designed time, maybe at 11 a.m. or 3 p.m. or 7 p.m. This breaks the variable reinforcement cycle. Strategy number 2 is the reality check technique. Dr. Sherry Turkle from MIT suggests keeping a gratitude reality journal before opening social media. Write down 3 things you are genuinely grateful for in your actual life. This primes your brain to appreciate reality instead of comparing to illusions. Strategy number 3 is the social connection replacement method. A Harvard study found that face-to-face interaction releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone, while digital interaction doesn't. For every hour you spend on social media, spend 30 minutes in real-world social interaction. Call a friend, have a dinner with your family, join a club. Don't waste your time. Strategy number 4 is the mindful consumption practice. Dr. Judson Brewer from Brown University researches mindfulness and addiction. When you do use social media, practice what he calls curious awareness. Notice how different content makes you feel. If it triggers comparison or anxiety, unfollow them immediately, as I've told you thousands of times, and curate your feed like you curate your friend group. Now pause this video and take 60 seconds to implement one of these strategies immediately. Turn off all non-essential notifications, write down one thing you are grateful for, or unfollow one account that makes you feel bad about yourself. Science shows that the immediate action increases the likelihood of long-term change by 300%. You are not powerless against these psychological mechanisms, you are just armed with knowledge now. Social media isn't inherently evil, it's a tool. Like any tool, it can build or destroy depending on how you use it. The research is clear. The mindful intentional use enhances well-being, while mindless scrolling hijacks your brain's reward system. If this video helped you out understand the psychology behind the social media use, smash that subscribe button and share this with someone who really needs to hear this. Take control of your digital life starting today. Bye-bye. See you in the next one.